We're investigating dark occurrences that these people caught on camera. You're about to see creepy hauntings from the deepest corners of the internet, so proceed with caution. If you enjoy binge watching the creepy, scary, and mysterious side of YouTube, well, that's what this show is all about, and I upload once a week. So put the subscribe button under your pillow and let the dark energy simmer. This video was shot by a father who regularly records moments of his family. Happy moments, everyday activities, nothing strange. The one you're watching now shows his son playing a video game innocently. Everything seems perfectly normal and fine until something very strange is seen lurking in the background.
Ya suyo, ya la tienen ahí. Ya la tienen ganada. Eso. Qué pro. ¿No se oyó la canción?
If you look very closely at the toys in the corner of the room, a baby doll appears to move all on its own. The movement is small, but noticeable and completely terrifying. This single caught moment of the creepy baby doll has convinced them that something truly haunted is taking place. In another clip, his daughter is dancing around in the living room, just having a playful time, when suddenly, a dark figure can be seen rushing past an open doorway of the hallway in the background. Just a couple of seconds later, the door closes all by itself, and the figure moves so quickly that it's easy to miss if you're not paying attention. Other people that have seen this footage have begged his family to leave the house entirely and immediately to rid their innocence of any haunted beings lurking inside. This footage continues to go unsolved and gets creepier the more that you watch it. Was there truly a ghostly entity lurking in the background and interacting with this little girl? Someone uploaded a photo taken by a family visiting a cemetery in Indonesia. Before leaving, they took multiple other photos around the cemetery. Most of the images looked completely normal too, just a group of people. But after returning home and looking over the photos that they took, they noticed something terrifying in one of them. Lurking in the background shadows of the graves, if you look closely, is a dark figure that resembles a ghost or a creature. According to the family, they had been completely alone as a group when the photo was taken. No one or nothing else should have been close by. No one recognized the dark figure in the image either, but since it was taken in a cemetery, many people who have seen the photo think that it's the spirit of someone deceased from one of the graves. This video comes from a man who recently purchased an old doll from a secondhand store. But just shortly after bringing it home, very strange things began happening. He started hearing unusual noises late at night. Doors would open and close all on their own, and he began thinking that the doll may actually be haunted. Wanting to find answers to the bizarre occurrences, he set up a camera in an empty room and sat the doll right in front of it. From the area of the bathroom crawled out what looked like a dark, shapeless figure. The shadow-like figure seemed to glide across the floor and then almost immediately disappears into the darkness. He began thinking that this might be the same unseen presence that the camera was tracking days earlier when it was catching motion detection in the room. the doll moves by itself. It's extremely jarring and sudden, and at this point, it's obvious that there is some kind of dark presence lurking and interacting in the room. Some people that have seen this footage do actually believe that the doll is haunted, but whatever the truth may be, the incidences that occur here do resemble a lot of paranormal qualities. This video shows a young child lying in bed with his father when something genuinely unsettling takes place in the home. According to the father, he and his son were the only two people inside the house at the time. Out of nowhere, the child tells his father that there is a scary friend standing by the door.
Scary friend. Scary friend.
The father is just confused and keeps looking at the doorway to see if something is going to happen, but his son just continues insisting that someone is there. As the man leaves the room, the bathroom door abruptly shuts all by itself too. At the time, the father didn't notice or hear the door moving by itself. It wasn't until later, when reviewing the footage, that he realized some kind of dark presence was lurking in the room with them. He was just baffled, wondering what kind of dark presence had made it into his house, messing with the light switches and causing the door to move, something strong enough to interact with his entire home. Could it just simply be some odd glitches in the electrical wiring or a draft moving through the home? Or did something much, much worse that's unseen actually break into the house? One night, a man was woken up in the middle of the night after hearing strange noises coming from somewhere inside of his house. The sounds seemed to be coming from downstairs, and the bizarre occurrence creeped him out enough to go investigate what was going on.
Alvin. Funny anymore, man. Dude. Alvin. Shit ain't funny, man. Alvin. Oh, shit.
After checking the garage and then heading back inside, a loud thump begins echoing throughout the house. A large hanging light fixture can be seen swinging back and forth with intention in the middle of the kitchen all on its own. And according to him, this was only one of the many unexplained occurrences that have been taking place inside of the home for days. A few nights later, while experimenting with the night vision camera on his Xbox, he tries showing a wider angle of the living room area into the kitchen.
Hey you guys, I just wanted to show you guys a pretty quick feature of the Xbox One and its Kinect. It actually has a pretty cool night vision that I just found today. If you guys already know it has night vision, then I'm gonna show the people who don't know. So right now it's completely dark in this house right now. All you can basically see is my Xbox One controller. Now I'm gonna switch on the night vision for you guys. As you can see, it's just, it lights up the whole room. It's actually a pretty cool feature. I don't know if they have an app for this or whatnot, but they also have this version of the camera. I don't know what it is. I think it's either infrared or something like that. And then back to dark. As you can see, all you can see is my Xbox controller. And then back to night vision. It's actually, you know, pretty cool feature for the Xbox Kinect that I haven't really heard of until now. Maybe they have an app for it or something like that. But yeah, thanks for watching.
If you pay very close attention, something incredibly chilling is lurking in the background. Two shadow-like figures seem to appear behind him in the kitchen. The first dark shape slowly crawls across the table before vanishing. Then a second shadow figure appears crawling up a wall before vanishing just as quickly, and he never notices either of them while filming. Whether these figures were some kind of actual haunted beings, or maybe just a weird optical illusion happening behind him, remains unknown about this occurrence. While exploring a mysterious trail, a man had been hiking for about an hour when something suddenly changed. He was right there. Without warning, the entire forest becomes silent. The wind seems to disappear. Even normal sounds of wildlife just vanished. Almost immediately, he sensed that something wasn't right, and he noticed that the rabbit right in front of him on the trail suddenly froze. At first, it seems like only a very eerie moment. Then just as the rabbit begins to move away from the trail, a strange voice begins to echo from deep within those woods. The voice sounds completely strange and almost disembodied, like it's someone crying out for help in pain, or perhaps not even a person at all. But there are no hikers nearby, and in this footage there is no one else that's visible even close to the trail. But if you listen very closely, it almost sounds like as if someone or something is quietly saying, "Help me." Some people who have seen this footage have said that that same mysterious voice is probably the very reason why that rabbit was frozen still in the first place. Maybe that rabbit sensed some kind of danger nearby, knowing that there is something else around in the area that the man can't see. To this day, the man has no idea who or what was calling out from the woods to him. No source of the voice was ever discovered. What do you think? Did this man accidentally capture someone desperately crying out for help in the middle of the woods? Or is there some other darker, more sinister reason behind this occurrence? This video comes from here on YouTube from 2016, and it was recorded by two security guards working the night shift inside a school. According to the two guards, they were the only two people left inside the entire building at this hour of the late night. While making their rounds for the last time of the night in the building, one of them mentioned that they began hearing strange noises coming from down one of the hallways. At that point, they decided to go and investigate where the source of the noise was coming from, but that was their big mistake.
¿Qué onda, boludo? ¿Hace un frío acá afuera? Sí, boludo, hace un refrío. Pero acá parece que hace más frío, porque dice cuando hace frío que es por algo, digamos. ¿Dónde escuchaste, boludo? Acá hay ruido en toda la escuela. Pero sí, boludo, ¿no escuchaste? ¿Ves escuchar? ¿Escuchás, boludo? ¿No escuchás? No nada, boludo. A ver, ah, pensé que... Ah, hay como una cortina ahí. Sí. ¿Dónde escuchaste, boludo? Sí, boludo, para mí que por allá. O ahí, no sé. Por acá era. No, boludo, ¿viste, boludo? ¿Viste eso? Ah, boludo. Aguantá, boludo, aguantá.
As the camera is pointed towards the empty classroom, a chair can be seen near the doorway, and something is lurking right beside it. Suddenly, the chair moves all on its own. The motion is immediate and startling. There is something invisible and strong enough to physically interact with it. Both guards start panicking and run out of the area as fast as they can. Neither one of them wants anything to do with whatever kind of dark energy is lurking throughout the building in the middle of the night. The men later said that they felt a heavy presence throughout the hallways, thinking that that might be what was making the objects move, signaling to them that they were not welcome. There may very well be a dark, haunted presence around us all, so be sure to check the shadows before you go to sleep tonight. If you stayed until this point in the show, please subscribe so that you never miss a creepy, scary, or mysterious upload, and watch this one here.